Today we're going to be rebuilding the LA Chargers, and I was like, is this even a rebuild? Is this more of a reload? They just made the playoffs, and it's the Chargers. You always kind of think of them as a playoff team, but you actually look at their roster in Madden, and honestly, even in real life a little bit, and it's not as good as you would think. Of course, Justin Herbert's name is carrying a lot of value here. If you take Justin Herbert out, I know you can make the argument for 90% of teams, maybe more. If you take their quarterback away, they go from, wherever you rank them, top 15, top 20, to near the bottom, because that's how important QB is. But this team, I feel like that is more than ever, right? Like, this is an offense where you're like, ooh. But because of Herbert, you're like, okay. Got good tackles. McConkey was great. You got, I wouldn't even say dynamic duo. Those guys are almost the same type of running back in the backfield, but they're good running backs. Tre Harris has a lot of potential as, a number 1 or 2 type of wide receiver. But, yeah, you wouldn't think this is a great-looking offense, right? I also think 88 speed for Tre Harris. I know the 40 time. I think it's a little slow. I think 90 speed probably makes a little more sense. Quentin Johnson, obviously a guy that just can't catch a cold in Wuhan. I've made that joke a few times, but it's perfect. All right, it's just a perfect joke. Of course, Mekhi Becton had a pretty good year, bounce-back career year with the Eagles. They, bring him on a 2-year $20, which open market guard, it's not bad. I think that's all right. Will he be as good as he was as an Eagle? Probably not, but they have good tackles here as well. So, you've got some, potential there. Gadsden, I'm just putting him at tight end 1 because everyone else is an old man. But, yeah, I don't know. In Madden, it's hard to tell because, once again, you got Herbert, but this is hardly a reload. They also got destroyed by the Texans in the playoffs. So, I think a lot of people had the Chargers, not as a lock, but because of the Texans' injuries, you're like, yeah, I think that the Chargers are going to win this game. And no, it wasn't even close. 4 interceptions from Herbert. Rough stuff. And then look at the defense. This is a defense that ranked very well last year. Like, very well. But you're telling me I'm supposed to be confident with what I'm looking at here, especially in a Madden sense? This IDL is probably the worst in the entire league. They got Caldwell, but it's like, okay. He's not amazing. He's 24 as well, mind you. But it doesn't really matter in real life. But in game, that matters a lot. There's no way we're going to be able to develop him into a star. But Khalil Mack, your best edge rusher by far. Joey Bosa's gone, all those injuries, all those years. And he's about to retire. Like, he's right at the end of his career. He was still elite last year, obviously, but you got a guy that needs to be replaced there too. And then, Tui, while he was backing up Bosa and all that, looked pretty good when he came in. And then, not as good last year. Definitely not as good as last year, but super young still, so plenty of potential. He's like 22, 23. But a lot of potential there. We're just hoping that he can develop. And then middle linebackers, actually not a bad unit, especially Henley. Pretty damn good in coverage, but only normal development trade. Asante Samuel Jr., a little strange to still see him as kind of an 83. I'd probably say, 79, 80. You're hoping for the best. There was talks about him getting traded even. But yeah, he's going to be a guy that we're hoping develops nicely. Very high overall, after all. And then, of course, we do have the safeties. Derwin James, glad to see him back at an elite level. And then Gilman definitely took a step back. It's really just that IDL, though. IDL I worry about a lot, and then wide receiver I think will be fine. We just got to develop them. Of course, he didn't show Omarion Hampton, but I heard rumors that maybe they even trade Najee, which would be insane because they literally just got him in free agency. But yeah, Omarion Hampton, straight line runner, just run right through you, kind of player. I'm trying to think, Steven Jackson had a little jukiness to him, but yeah, I don't know if I like it. I don't know, but yeah, I think those are the guys we kind of care about the most. You got some other guys like Kennard, Keandre Lambert-Smith, but in this rebuild, we're just not going to see much out of these guys, right? It's just not going to work out. I should have showed Gadsden, though, who we're enjoying quite a bit. Weird words kind of to say in our Chupacabras franchise. He's our number 3 tight end now over there, but he's been making some plays. But maybe we're going to try to get him to develop. We'll see. Also, numbers, if they're wrong, I'll change them before we sim. All right, we are in hell, to be honest. We're in hell. $87 million. We have some players to pay. Ah, crap, some of these guys aren't 5th years. I forgot I had to sign them for free agency. We'll give our 5th year, 4 years. We'll give them the 4 years. Don't worry about it. But Khalil Mack, this is a problem. He's 33, could even straight up retire. He might straight up retire. I don't know. Oh, no. You could, and I don't want to admit it. Oh, Lord. Just tell me he's J.K. Scott. I need him to just take this. I need him to take the contract, man. Oof. Also, let me know in the comment section below which team you'd like to see next. We're kind of on to all the playoff teams like we are here. And also, while you're down there, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. There's a chance we made the playoffs, but it is far from guaranteed. And even though we did get that final win, we somehow are worse off, by the way. It's crazy. We were a 7 seed, or we were 8th seed. The Broncos were 7. We win our game. We do literally what we can. We win the game. And somehow we drop even further down the seeding to number 9. Of course, the Texans at number 8 seed. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I'll show you the win-loss, but really, I don't know why I would want to be 9-8. If I want to, have a season here, I would have wanted either the playoffs or to be like 5 wins. I don't want 9-8. I don't want something in between. Justin Herbert, though, 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 19 picks. This scheme is doing them tough. Hampton, great year, though. Great year for Hampton. How was Najee good? Damn it, dude. Well, he did have 9 touchdowns, but yeah, I had him as my number 2 to everything, number 1 in power back, and I mean, he had a season. Tre Harris had a great season. McConkey might have screwed him over because a lot of times McConkey does just win Rookie of the Year, but I'd prefer personally to just have Tre Harris be that guy because McConkey's already going to be good, right? He's an 83 overall plus. He had a great year in real life. Tre Harris, who had less downs played for some weird reason, did more in that time. Looks like he could have a chance at Rookie of the Year. Of course, Gadsden wasn't bad. O-line, it's Madden. I can't really judge it. Mac, 10 sacks, pretty good for a 3-4. Tui, 4 sacks for Tui Pelotu. Meh. IDL, I mean, not bad for tackles for loss, but yeah, not loving that. Henley, 2 picks. Dicker was great. And then J.K. Scott was kind of average. I mean, it was actually a better season than I would have thought. I mean, we had some pretty good individual performers. Quarterback was good. Running back was good. Well, quarterback threw a lot of picks, but running back was good. Wide receiver is good. Tight end. I mean, I think Gadsden's going to go to star, personally. Josh Allen wins MVP, by the way. Any award wins. Rookie of the Year? No! At least it was a real rookie. Ashton Jeanty, fair enough. That's expected. Tre Harris and Omarion Hampton right after, though. Not bad. Colson, number 4, wouldn't have been legit. Not legit anyways. Quarterback, number 9. Running back, number 5. Wide receiver, all the way down at 9. I expected better than that. I expected top 5, probably. And, of course, Mac and number 2 for linebacker. DB, no. Kicker, number 1. So, I mean, at least, Cameron got himself a dev up, which is pretty cool. Let's go into, I suppose, the Super Bowl round, see who won it all. I mean, I don't want to change the scheme. Defensively, though, we might have to. Once again, we've just seen nothing but L's from 3-4s. Like, actually look at the teams that win the Super Bowl. How many times is it actually a 3-4 defense team? Ironically enough, not really doing myself any favors here when it's Ravens versus Eagles, both running a 3-4 here. The Ravens do win. But, I mean, most of the time, it's not the case, though, right? We got a lot of money here. Also, Rodgers retires at the Steelers after 1 year. Looking at the offense, Gadsden doesn't go up. From normal dev, that kind of season isn't good enough for star? I'm actually surprised. Normally, I mean, I've seen X Factors go up, or people go to X Factor from a season like that. That's pretty good for a tight end. I don't know. I'm a little surprised by that one. Tre Harris stuck at star. 79 overall is good, though. Omarion Hampton, 85 overall. He had a great year, too, so makes sense. Mac is, unfortunately, an X Factor 89-year-old. Might as well be. 89 overall, but he goes to X Factor, which is cool, I guess. That 1 year 29 is probably looking a lot better for Khalil Mack right now, I'll tell you that much. He probably takes it now that he regressed a bit. Yeah, this is not the progression I was hoping for, though. Offense did its part, I think, but defense, it is only getting worse, arguably. All right, negotiations. See what Zion Johnson, $8 million. That's actually not bad. But I feel like I probably will just sign him to like a 4-year 30 or something. Mac wants a 1 year 24. I'm going to just keep giving to the 1 year 29. It's an overpay sort of, but the tag's probably looking like that anyways. I mean, he's earned the money, and I'm just glad that he wisened up to the contract in the first place. The age got him. All right, we got a bunch of money, but not a bunch of players to re-sign. Shaq Mason, we've done that move a couple million times now. Nakobe Dean, I like the fit. It's been a little while since we've actually signed him. This team's already pretty good as is, so why not? Why not just try to actually make that team a champion? Let's go a little costly. A 4-year 40. He is green. I don't know if it's going to be good enough because the Raiders are wanting him too, which would be really disappointing if he goes to our rival, but Sure, why not? If you must make me sad, then go ahead. Just go ahead. Just do it. Shaq Mason. I have our focus gun on DT, so O-line might not be that easy to get, so we'll go Shaq Mason as well. And that is it, I guess. We'll just go for these two players. We'll definitely get Shaq. Also, Nakobe Dean. All right, nice. Really want to run a 4-3 now that we have three, decent linebackers. All right, we're in the draft pick 17. While IDL is by far the biggest need on this team, I have also been scouting a little bit of edge rusher as Mac is gone as soon as next year, potentially. And there's been some good ones in here. Mike Hampton, 6'6", 270, giving me, Tui vibes, just power instead of finesse. And then, of course, you do have Collins, who's a little bit faster, Landon Collins. Not by much, but a little bit, 4'6'9". And then, of course, you have a couple outside linebackers. Not a deep class, right? Not a deep class, rather thin. But there's potential. There's talent at each position. I really don't know who the hell I'd be willing to trade up for. Maybe Upshaw, Winslow, Clements. But, I'm not 100% sure if we even have a chance. Winslow, one of his ratings dropped from an A to a B. I thought it was like B, blockshed, C, whatever, A, but it dropped down to a B, so maybe I'm not interested anymore. Upshaw went 1 overall, so that's obviously not happening. And then Collins is already gone at 5. I'm definitely not trading up that high to these guys. It's a weak class. I'm not going to, risk the future for a weak class. We already, lost basically everyone. Let's see who's remaining at 12. So you do have Hampton, kind of slow, though, and I wouldn't need to trade up for him. Christopher Hunt, 6'6", by the way. Super raw. This is a normal dev with high overall. That's just what it is. Sometimes we have seen X factors, though, but that's just basically what it is, in my opinion. And then Winslow, even though he's a 2-3, I would be willing to take him, I think. Not the fastest, but, B power move, C finesse. I don't think I would trade up for him, but I think I'd be willing to take him. I don't know. I don't love the edge room. So much lack of speed, but that's just the way the class was in this one. So I'm going to go to 17. There's no point in trading up. Do I take that DT? Probably not, man. All the things we need just weren't deep. They weren't deep at all. What about Brewer? Why did I pass on Brewer? Why did I pass on Brewer? I think it was just because he was 270, and I just thought he was going to be, really slow, which he is. But the other guys are slow, too. I think Mike Hampton might be worth it, but I just don't know if I want to take that high of a guy. I think I'm going to trade this back a little bit. Trade it back to 28 and see what we got. See if I can pick up an extra second. Chiefs with some really good real estate here. We trade a first, fourth, and fifth to get a first, second, and third, with that third being pretty high into the third round. See what the Chiefs ended up trading up to get, and it is Jimmy Brewer. So, if they wanted him, they would have had to trade up. So, fair enough there. See what we got at 29. If that DT's there, I might have no choice. Who the hell is this? Banyard. 6 foot tall, 21. He actually looks really good, but just don't need a running back. Got him on my list there. I just took a look, Hampton's still there. Oh, my. I was really thinking that, honestly, I would look more for, a defensive tackle type, but I don't really love the way they look. I guess Hampton just kind of falls into our lap here, and we just take him. Some decent corners in here as well, to be fair. This guy can play safety, but don't necessarily need a safety just yet. Gilman can stay. I guess Hampton, Mike Hampton, he was probably worth it at 17, so why not? True talent, 10. Problem with this guy is, though, almost undoubtedly normal dev. Or not. Hidden development traits. All right, we have future-proofed our edge. Not a fast-looking edge. I'd like this as a 4-3 more, but okay, I'm down. Of course, with our 2-3 defensive tackle, probably going to be moving this down to maybe man, I really should just trade up here. Our DT room would be so bad if we don't at least get this guy. I'm going to go for him. Falcons. He's not the best looking, but he's the best available for sure. We trade all this to move up to 36, which, it's a lot of quantity. A lot of quantity indeed, but I'm trying to get that quality. Safety edge, there is some options. What about that tight end? He's 23. There's no way I take him, right? Damn, he is solid. But I'm going to give Gadsden a chance. Super young still. Got a chance to develop. But yeah, Matt Franklin, there's really not much going on at defensive tackle. He's one of the guys going on. Matt Franklin. 27 true. Hidden dev. There you go. Really good draft pick. All right. Higher than I'd like to go for a defensive tackle in Madden. Usually you can get him late second, early third. But that guy was worth it. They're really, I mean, even O-line's pretty damn weak here. Clayton's super bad, but he's a nose tackle type, so I'd be willing to just take a chance probably in the day 3. Maybe get lucky with a hidden dev, and that's really all that matters. You can develop them from there. Cornerbacks, Martin Ford. Believe it or not, Terrell's actually really good too. He's 23, but I'm willing to overlook that, I'm willing to overlook that for a really good player, so probably the guy we end up taking at 29, actually. Future corner, future safety, maybe, I don't know, but he just looks the best. I don't care about those other safety. This guy's a home run hit. True talent 4. Hidden dev, yeah, I mean, it was obvious, right? I'm not going to try to claim that we just made some goated play. It was obvious. We have 30, or pick 10 in the 3rd round, and, safety's still there. I might actually take him pure value-wise, and 17. Joe Marion, was he fast? He was decently fast. Don't need a safety just yet, though, so maybe it is O-line time. Think it might be O-line time. A linebacker wouldn't hurt, but we're not in a 4-3 yet, even though I think we should be. So, yeah, I think this is going to be an offensive lineman of some sort. One of these 3, whoever the best is. I don't really know who looks the best. I like Jones probably the most, so I think Andrew Jones, left guard, 52 true. Hidden dev, what a pick. And then here at 17, which I really want this damn defensive tackle. I feel like it's a little too high, though. I could probably take another lineman, although we have Shaq Mason, we have Zion, and then this new center. I don't know, maybe I don't want a lineman. Do I sort of reach and just take Clayton? Niles Clayton? Whatever, we'll take Niles Clayton. Come on, Hidden. 53 true. Yo, that's so rare. What a pick. Now, it's been a long time since we've got one of those superstar nose tackles, but just even being star is massive because he's probably not going to be great, but he had a decent, this is the power of knowing a position's true talent. 9 times, not even 9, probably 49 times out of 50, I pass on him because he's like, yeah, he's a big guy, that's cool, but it doesn't look great. But a 2 to 3 grade, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe he's actually pretty good. That wide receiver looks pretty decent too, but I might just go pure speed with Finch. 5'9", I have to. 128 true. Also hidden dev. Wow. Was this whole draft hidden? There are definitely positions that I did not expect to hit hidden. That guy, the edge rusher for sure I did not expect. And then the nose tackle. Yet all of them were hidden. Even the corner I thought, was probably going to be normal, but the value was there. Mike Hampton, name sick, 78 speed. Why is it? Oh, it's because he's a left end. Big guy. I thought he was DT. Power move 78, really good stuff. Strength of 89. This guy's going to be an automatic starter. Well, not automatic starter, but he's going to be a starter next year probably. I don't even know what position. Is it right out? Is it left out? I think it's left out. Either way, right out, left out, doesn't matter. He's just going to be back up for now. Franklin, we need him as a left end for now. I didn't even think about it. If we do move to this 4-3, that nose tackle we just got is kind of useless. Not useless in real life. A superstar as well for Franklin, nice. But in game, definitely useless because, you can't really rotate in Sim. Sim is just like, well, nose tackle, you got to play DT. You got to be rushing the passer every play. You're an every down rusher. Are you sure about that? Great man coverage, great zone. Is on the smaller side, so definitely not a safety at all. But, can never have enough good players, and he is one of them. Then we have the guard. Do I really care? I mean, it's cool. It's cool to get a hidden dev. I guess since I'm going to probably put him at center, might as well, right? I don't even honestly need him. With Mekhi Becton on the team, we probably don't even need him. I'm going to probably put him as a backup. Shaq Mason's probably going to play center for us this season. And then Niles Clayton, obviously the nose tackle, 72 overall. Yeah, he's pretty raw. Block shed 75, though, which is okay. Decent strength, obviously. Big fella. Damn, we didn't get lucky with the superstar. Still a good player. I'll take it. I suppose you're not wasting him as much if we go to that 4-3 because he's not a superstar. But yeah, if he was a superstar, basically a complete waste. And then obviously this guy, even though he's raw, got potential with that hiddenness. He will be our slot wide receiver, I think. Looking at some of the high overalls in this class, 7 overall, Jose Weber, the safety for the Patriots. He's got 86 zone coverage. It's pretty damn insane, actually. Let's take a look at what his dev is. Probably star. It is Star. Brewer, very glad to pass on him. He's not bad. It's just that overall and normal dev is tough. Upshaw, the 23-year-old, goes 1 overall to the Panthers. 78 power, got hidden. If he gets at least superstar, I'd say it's worth it. I'd say that's worth it. I think he was worth the pick. Then you have Collins, Landon Collins. Interesting name. 90 strength. He actually looks pretty good. Also, was this the tight end they said was a 4.48 40? Where? When did he leave 4 of the 40 on the freaking track? All right, here's the roster for year number 2. Offense looks pretty good, right? We got a little bit of aging pieces, right? Mekhi Becton, he's got to be 27 by now. 26. Okay, not bad, actually. Maybe it'll be fine if we can afford to resign him. And then, of course, Shaq Mason will have to replace him. But we got that with Jones, so glad we only grabbed 1 lineman because we're not even using him. Wide receivers, 1 and 2, I think will be fine. Wide receiver 3, Finch. Hopefully something's there. And then, of course, Hampton looks great. Herbert's obviously going to be great. Defensively, maybe I can see why the IDL hasn't been fixed. It's 272 overalls. It's still going to take some time to develop these guys. DBs, safety could be a problem. Edge, obviously a potential problem, but we got Hampton already ready to go. Linebackers, do we move to that 4-3? I don't know. We'll see. We'll pay attention to how this defense looks this year. If it's kind of struggling, we'll move to that Pittsburgh defense. If that doesn't fix the 3-4, then I guess we are just going to fully give up on 3-4 defenses. So I did change the offensive scheme. I had no choice. Justin Herbert, 11 touchdowns, 12 picks. No. No. Slater, a lot of money, but he is that guy. All right, he is absolutely that guy. He's like max wanting to join us. So 4-year 104. Lower the number a little bit, which, makes me feel a little bit happier. Zion, we said, 4-year 30. It's going to be a 3-year 33, so a little more costly than we were hoping. Gilman, he'll be gone. Andre James will be gone. Mack, I think, will be retired. Mickens should have 2 more years, so we'll add those. Shaq will be gone, I think. Salyer, probably gone, 100% gone. Not bad money problems yet, and it's probably because, once again, the edge is just basically free at this point. Once Mack's gone, it's cheap as hell. And with that, a complete turnaround on the season. We didn't lose a single game after changing the playbooks. It's crazy. It is. I just hope one of these Maddens, it is not pure playbooks. I will say, though, I do also worry about that. I worry a little bit. This is right after this. I was like, okay, it's just a fall. I switched to Green Bay offense, Pittsburgh defense, and we didn't lose a single game. But I do worry, honestly, while I'm hoping it's more merit-based, stat-based, rating-based, I also feel like they could ruin that. Imagine a world where rebuilds can't exist because all your players get bad stats because they're low overall, right? You draft a quarterback, and because they're like, well, you have to have 80-plus overall to have a good quarterback season, and you just can't develop because your guys suck. Of course, Patton, the numbers still blew, by the way. What the hell is this? 11 touchdowns, 12 picks by week 8, turned into 26-18. That's not much better. That's not much better at all. Okay, to be fair, 22 touchdowns for Omarion Hampton's insane. Tre Harris was good again. McConkey was solid. Finch was okay. Gadsden was way worse, which once again is why I'm like, how did he not go up in dev last year? I felt like it was a good season. Pass rush, okay. Maybe a little something with the 3-4. I can maybe live with it. Interceptions, Dean with 5, 4 for Henley, and still 3 for Samuel, 2 for Mac, James, and Terrell. I can't believe Mac got 2, though. Dicker, another great kicking season. J.K. Scott, better than last year. Kick return, punt return game. Very rare to even get a touchdown, let alone a large yardage season. Josh Allen wins technically not 3, but technically in real life it would have been 3 MVPs in a row, which is actually pretty insane. Mac gets Defensive Player of the Year. Not going to change much. Finch is Rookie of the Year. Really. Franklin, number 2. That kind of sucks. Of course, the guy that wins it is the guy we're talking about maybe drafting in the first round. Quarterback, definitely not. It was a terrible season from Herbert. But Hampton, guaranteed superstar, could be an X factor. Tre Harris, number 3 for a wide receiver. O-line, no. D-line, no. Linebacker, obviously, number 1. Nakobe Dean at 7. DB at number 10 with still kicker at number 6 for Mr. Cameron Dicker. In the playoffs, though, are taking on the Chiefs, so, we'll see how this goes. 86 overall to their 89, and, of course, the goated playbooks. All right, going to the end of the game, what do we got? 7-0, 7-3. We're in it still. It's only the first quarter, but the Chiefs are that type of team in sim where you feel like even the first quarter, the game could already be over. Huge defensive stop there. Still 8-point game in the second half. Multiple opportunities, and we're just failing them. I think there's been multiple picks. Herbert is just selling, I think. But not over. 8-point game with ball. Clock is draining. All 3 timeouts, not using a single one. Where have we seen this before? Oh, yeah, every rebuild ever? Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. I forgot. Gadsden, safety's out. Maybe he goes to Tre. That's a little bit of a force. Didn't think I could hit Tre on that outside. I'm thinking you run the ball here. You got 3 timeouts. Why not? Run the ball, get the first down, and hopefully give yourself a chance. And we almost don't get it. Thankfully, Omarion Hampton's got the power because our offensive line does not. Hampton block and release. I don't like all these block and releases. Lad McConkey. That's really good coverage. But Lad McConkey climbs the ladder to the 11. Now, normally, I'm not that pushed to get a Super Bowl win year 2, but I'm pretty pushed to beat the freaking Chiefs. It's a force. What am I doing? I think, honestly, all 3 passes I had, or all 2, whatever, all of them were forces. And we just got lucky they weren't picked. Of course, again, sliders are insane. These are our Chupacabra sliders, I imagine, because they preload every time I load the game. That's ridiculous coverage. I mean, that's the deep safety. He's probably playing a hook. You can see him running in instantly. But he just reads the entire play. There is no one that's going to be open here. This guy, yeah, his hips are, he's not running, but that's because he's ready for us to throw it inside. He gets out there, I guarantee it. This would have had to be a throwaway. This guy gets there, I guarantee it. Leverage doesn't matter in Madden. He gets out there. Either way, we sold. Not as bad as the team itself. I imagine Herbert had more than that 1 interception this game. Yeah, he had 3 total, 2 of them on his own. Bad performance from Herbert. Just playoff choker. I don't know what it is. He's just not that guy in the playoffs, but we still have many years left in us. 3 to be exact. See if we can win ourselves a Super Bowl in one of those 3. The Bengals win the Super Bowl over the Buccaneers. A lot of B's out here. Any dev ups? Maybe Tre Harris if we're lucky. Definitely Hampton for sure. Doesn't go to Superstar X Factor, which I would have thought he actually probably would have because, I felt like the numbers were good enough to bump him up, right? Superstar dev from running back of the year, X Factor from the touchdowns, vice versa, whatever you want to do, even though you can't actually get award X Factor dev ups. Mason's still here, which is interesting. Max still here, question mark? He is not, as expected, unfortunately. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to hear because, still is a star dev. That's actually a massive dev up. We'll take that for sure. But we should be in a 4-3. 4-3s are better. They're just always better. But the 3-4 wasn't terrible, so I think I'm willing to give it 1 year. 1 year, even though without Mac, it's going to be a disaster, I imagine. But 1 year. Oh, Henley also went up a star. Okay, a couple of dev ups that are actually pretty significant here. We'll take them. We'll definitely take them. But, yeah, might be looking at a tight end. 77 overall. He went up like 1 or 2 overalls. I was expecting great things. Didn't really get them. O-line, some, potential there needing to be upgraded. But, you put Jones at the number 1, and boom, you're set. Did we pay Mekhi Becton? Because he should have only had a 2-year deal. Whatever it is, I have no idea. We'll just pay him whenever he needs to. But I just have it based like this, whatever they are. Because, hey, we're the Chargers. We get a benefit. Hey, we don't have to pay Mekhi Becton for an extra year. But when we're not the Chargers, well, our opponent gets the benefit. So I don't really care who gets the benefit. As long as the players are on the right teams and they're at least there for minimum the amount, even if they're slightly over, I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? It does not matter. The game's not perfect anyways. You're going to get guys, you're paying $30 million for a 81 overall off-ball linebacker. So if we're talking about realism, maybe Madden ain't the game to be talking about it. Let's take a look at our retirements, though, which is a real sad day because we're about to lose. Well, not even about to. We've already lost Khalil Mack. That sucks. Khalil Mack is gone. So Hampton automatically moving up to the starting spot. No audition. Just come on in. just do what you got to do. Gilman. You got a couple of players here. Gilman, one of them. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth paying him. Just don't love it. Wow, what do we got? Somebody took our OC and DC after the way we played in the playoffs. Who's the sucker that did that? What the hell? Unless we just let him go and just didn't re-sign him. I don't know, but that's interesting. Either way, 104 mil. We got a lot of money to spend if we want it. Kyle Hamilton definitely would be a sick combo. Because I don't know where our money is going to lie, I'll do a 3. Oh, the Rams really want him, so I would have to do a 5 probably. I do a 3-year deal. Why not? Damn, dude, we're not going to get him, though, at that point. Mark Andrews, I don't think he's worth this, in real life at least. But this is Madden, 2-year. The Rams are just going to pay for everybody. All right, Rams are taking everybody. Oh, well. What can you do? We tried. The Rams they've got unlimited money. Man, they're willing to just risk it all. Like, their unwillingness to think of the future is going to cost us these players. And I don't like that. I mean, those are the two guys I want, and the Rams want them both as well. I can't do a 4-year deal on Mark Andrews, but if I got him, this would be a huge addition. Kyle Hamilton is $18 million per year. That's a lot for a freaking safety. Whatever. Did we get him? We get neither. Kind of expected, though. Rams get Kyle Hamilton. Mark Andrews to the Broncos. Division rival, but I kind of like it. I don't like it for us, but I like it for him. I don't know why. I could see him being a Bronco for sure. But unfortunately, what I can't see is us spending any money in free agency anymore. Alrighty, pick 24. Looking around, what do we got? So we have a DT round one, which is cool. But we have a couple other DTs, right? We have Webster. We have Ingram, who I scouted a little bit further. And then we have Jalil Robinson, who looks like a very good free safety. I don't usually go first round for safeties, but there's potential. There is potential that I do go that route. We'll see. We'll see if he's there. I might take him. Safety, though, like I said, I mean, you can get them a little bit later a lot of the time. I don't know. We got a couple options. So if not him, it would be Ratliff or Fields, I would think. So let's compare him to Ratliff and Fields. I know he was definitely the best of the bunch. That's why I scouted him further, just to see if he was higher than around 1 to 2 talent. Ended up being 1 to 2. But looking at the rest. Oh, his zone? No, his zone is B. Because I was about to say his zone dropped to to C, but no, that wasn't that. Hurd, was that one of the guys you talked about? Not really. I like Robinson the most here. Can't lie. I'm going to take a first-round safety, Jalil Robinson. Can't say we are mixing it up. A hit power as well. This guy looks good. 38 true. That sucks. I can't believe he actually was only normal dev. That's kind of an L. Of course, we have the DT type. Whatever. I don't really care. I'll take a DT, right here if I have to. I don't really care. I don't really mind. Do we take Webster right here? We got some safety options. So you got Ratliff. That'd be crazy if we took Ratliff and he was better. 4.36, obviously pretty raw with the zone coverage, but 4.36, 5.9. We'll have to see how he looks, but I'm not going to take another safety. I'm fine with what we got. Alex Webster, please. Please don't do me wrong. 31 true. Last draft, all hiddens. This draft, looking like potentially all normals. Do I take the tight end as well? Haggins was good. I'm going to try to trade up to the Panthers and go for Haggins. I don't know. Gadsden, I feel like he's lost all steam. I need to find a new tight end that hopefully has hidden dev. Damn, that's tough. I mean, our draft is basically done after this trade up, if we even get it. This whole draft. And we might as well just do the whole shebang. Here you go. We're down some draft picks next year, too. Take it all, I guess. One of our more unrealistic drafts, but hey. Got that Rams connection. We do that thing around here. Haggins going to be my guy, I think. Leon Haggins, 6'5", 21 years old. Not amazingly fast, but a 2 to 3 grade. Good enough for me. Hoping for hitting. Ooh. He is hitting, though. 67 true talent. That's probably 73 overall, which is not great, but chance of hitting. Took that chance. Got him. I'm going to start Robinson, this safety. If Ratliff's normal dev, it's a super L. Whereas if Haggins is normal, at least I got a good backup tight end. Don't need a good backup safety. I already got that with Mickens. So, yeah, I think we played the odds. Didn't get a lineman, but I don't think we really needed one. We got 3 players. Oh, my God. Only one of them was hit into, and it was a position that really probably didn't even need to be drafted anyways. Robinson got all the potential in the world, right? Great catching, great hit power. Fast enough. Not great fastness, but fast enough. Good zone coverage. 6'1", 222. I mean, that's pretty good for that size. That speed's all right. Webster, disappointed. Obviously disappointed, but very good finesse move. I'll give him that. He is good finesse. Just what will the development look like? I don't know. I really don't. Is it right end we need? Left end? We'll change it when we need it. I think it is left end we need. And then Leon Haggins, even lower than I thought. 71 overall. For the love of God, tell me this guy's at least superstar. Please. Oh, he's an X Factor. Oh, that's goated. All right, that's perfectly fine. I was thinking for sure, wow, he has to be in the single digits. These numbers suck. I was thinking for sure he was going to be at least star. I don't know why, just 2 to 3, sleeper build, feels like a star dev. Maybe Superstar, was feeling pretty good about Superstar as well, but X Factor, that's a welcome addition. I appreciate it. Absolutely appreciate it. Let's take a look at the safety, actually, Ratliff, see if we did make the sell. He went 1 pick. Wait, what? I feel like we had the choice of him, no? Am I missing something here? Oh, it's by overall. I was so confused. I was like, what? I was like, what are we talking about here? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just go to Ratliff. 74 overall. Oh, no. Low injury, but that doesn't matter in this rebuild. We got injuries off. That sucks. Dev. Oh, that's a huge L. Not only did they take him a whole round and a quarter later, but he's also 2 devs higher. That's a sell. Let's see if we can trade Quentin Johnston off for something. I don't know what the hell we want. A 5th round pick would be great. Kendrick Bourne. Shipley. Sure. That seems like an Eagles move, going for Quentin Johnston and then turning him into a god. All right, Season 3, we made a lot of progress. Almost got the bye week, 13-4. What a year. But not quite, the bye week and lost in the first round, which this team has seen a lot of lately. Team is looking good, 86 overall. Center's a little bit of a downgrade, tight end's a little bit of a downgrade, but the long term of the team is up there a little bit, especially with that tight end. And then defensively, free safety, huge hit. Hoping he develops. I don't know if he will, but hoping he does. IDL, Webster, I forgot he's normal dev, man. Is the progress of this team coming along? I don't know. I really don't know. 4-3 maybe save us next year. Herbert, just carry us, please, for the love of God. $149 million. We got a lot of money. Got a lot of players to repay or re-sign. I don't hate that for Derwin. Or us, I suppose. 2-year, whatever the hell that was. Asante Samuel, 26 years old. His age is getting up there. His overall is getting up there, though. 4-year, 50. Nice. 121 mil left. Tui, we've seen this contract a million times before. For some reason, he just doesn't get paid. I'm going to take it and run with it. I don't care. I just don't care. It's not my problem. It's his agent's problem. 4-year, 42 for Henley. A lot of defenders getting paid in this one. Mekhi Becton. This is where we kind of pumped the brakes a little. Najee Harris should have been paid last season, so got him for an extra year, to be honest. Don't tell anyone. What else do we have coming up? Joe Alt's a lot of money. But I think you can pay Mekhi Becton. I'd prefer to do a 2-year. I hate that he's not interested in joining. I don't know why. I just feel like the money Mekhi signed for in real life makes this just completely unrealistic. I think he would absolutely be down for a 2-year 30 minimum. So I'll do the 2-year 30. If he doesn't take it, I'll be conflicted. Hey, could have done a 3-year, but I like to keep the years low. And I know players don't like to. We've been choking in the season. A win will get us in the playoffs, though. And we do win. Oh my God, dude. 10-7. Okay, we're kind of safe, right? 10-7. The Browns at 9-8 made it. So, oh Lord. I mean, we were really selling. I mean, at one point we were like 8-4, and we barely sneak in. I mean, look at these losses. 4 of the last 6 we lose. Thankfully, we end up winning enough, making the playoffs again. Can we get past to the divisional though? I don't ask for much. I just want that. Wow, we put McConkey back in the like starting lineup. Life just accelerated. I was like, okay, Tre Harris has had his chance. Time to let the big boy play again, and McConkey did it. Of course, it could just be full season of the Packers scheme, which is unbelievable numbers. Hagen's obviously kind of selling, but that's just the scheme for you. 9 sacks allowed for the center. All right, worst center of all time. Unfortunate. Edge, yeah, I mean, it's a 3-4, dude. It's a 3-4. I don't want to just completely sell this rebuild and not change from a 3-4, but if we at least win a game or two, it might be enough. I can't believe Herbert didn't win MVP, by the way, but it might be enough for me to be like, okay, we'll just stick it out with the 3-4, whatever, see if we can win a Super Bowl. McConkey, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie Awards. Webster, okay, the one guy that wasn't hidden dev, winning a freaking award for us is normal dev. Herbert, best QB, which, once again, why is he not MVP then? Running back down to 7 because the touchdowns were low. Wide receiver 1, O-line number 10, D-line Noah, linebacker number 9. Surprised that we even got that. And then kicker, he's always on the list. Dicker, number 7. Into the playoffs. Have yet to win a wild card round here. And we're taking on the Texans that kind of destroyed this team like we talked about. Going to the end of the game. Come on, just one playoff win. This was, I'm not saying a gimme. This is supposed to be a gimme rebuild, but this should be one where you feel confident about at least getting to a championship round or a Super Bowl. But so far, I don't feel that confidence. Great stop. 13-10. Down by 4. 3rd and 11. 4th and 2. You got to go for this. Are they going for it? Okay, I'll let them deal with it. Come on. And they get stopped. Oh, my. They run it with Najee. Why? Why would you run it with Najee over freaking Omarion Hampton? I guess he's a good running back, and you're like, well, he's probably fresher. And CJ Stroud's in trouble. He's going to take a sack, which, very smart. Throwing away would have been a massive bad decision. Very good decision to take that sack. It will be a harder field goal, but that guy will hit it. 7-point, lead. Our offense could do nothing. We'll try to save the day. Why not? Higgins is really not that guy. Gonna force that's a really good look, and he just doesn't get the ball. I don't know who to blame there because it showed us like a perfect release, I believe, and it just seemed like the tight end ran into someone. And we just have no time to throw it. Almost runs right back to our hand. All right, let's not lose the game without at least getting one first down, if you don't mind. Please. Darius Davis drops it. Oh my God. I will say that was a pretty damn realistic animation. You usually don't see that kind of stuff. You just see straight up drops that he did land on the ball. McConkey. And he swats it! These sliders are insane. We lose them to wild card again. Bro, these sliders are crazy, and I love them. I love them. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. That's insane. Actually feels like you're playing a real damn defense. I mean, do you see this? Like, when do you see the AI ever do it? He saves the play. I mean, saves the playoff game, but saves the conversion. Gets a hand on it like a freaking G. Oh my God. Play of the playoffs right there. Wow. And we lose in the wild card again, mind you. I'm not even going to go around saying, we've built this team up perfectly either. There is still a lot of weaknesses on this squad. Of course, CJ Stroud throws 2 picks. And they fumbled twice, this offense. Say what you want about the 3-4. It's the offense that lost us the game. I don't know if those turnovers... Let's actually see it. Will it show? Any recoveries? We recovered them! Brother. Justin Herbert, you're a fraud. You're a fraud. How do you have 49 touchdowns and 5 picks on the year, almost 5,000 yards passing, number 2 MVP, number 1 QB in the AFC somehow? I don't know. That makes no sense to me still. And your defense gets you 4 takeaways. They only scored 20 points total, and you lose the game. Just if you get field goals every turnover. That's 1 point less than you scored. And that's field goals only. Unbelievable. Ravens and Eagles matching up yet again. Who won that one last time? I think it was the Ravens, right? I'm actually kind of curious now, because if it is, then it's kind of grown into a little rivalry here. It was... Back-to-back Super Bowls of 13-31, by the way, and then this one a little different. Little Super Bowl rivalry there, 1-1 now. That's a better story than the damn Chargers aspect of this thing. DevUps, Herbert is now an X factor. McConkey, I believe, was only star, so if that is the case, nice dev up there. It was the case, so he's a superstar. Herbert, though, is he really an X factor? He does not really want in the playoffs, I'll tell you that much. Defensively, anything going on here? Franklin goes straight to superstar. Man, those rookie stats, those rookie XP bonuses are unbelievable. Goes straight to superstar. Goes straight to an 85 overall. Clayton and Franklin are still only 78-80, and they've played a whole extra year. Crazy. And then a big one, Robinson, star dev. We love it. Love that for him. Glad that it worked out the way it did, because, Robinson, if you would have got the Rookie of the Year win, he would have probably only still gotten to star, whereas Webster would have been stuck at star. Got a superstar and a star. Brand new. I really don't want to go 3-4 again, but at the same time, it was not the 3-4 defense that lost us the game. In theory, because again, we've talked about it. I don't necessarily believe the stats you see are what actually influence the season. You know what I mean? I don't think your tackle giving up 30 sacks made the team worse. I just think they're just randomized stats that they gave. So that's the way I look at it anyways. Joe Alt, I mean, this has got to be at least around that anyway, so we'll do a fifth-year option. I like the lower the years, the better it is for a team every single time. Even at least in real life. Because in-game, I suppose if you got a 5-year deal on a cheap deal, 7-year like we did with Tui, but in real life, they'd hold out, right? You got a super cheap deal on someone, they're going to hold out because it's like, okay, well, why would I play for like 50%, 25% what I'm worth, But in game, they don't know any different. But obviously, when you're already getting paid $24 million per, and probably more than that as a 92 overall superstar, mind you, right tackle, yeah, it's going to be at least that, and then some static across the board. There's no such thing as a weak market here. It's going to be the same every time. 115 mil. That money's going to disappear though, so I'm willing to spend. Aiden's a freaking name. Frank Ragnow, of course, retired. I'm willing to spend some money. I really wish our tight end wasn't an X factor. Could have went Laporta, but I suppose a lot cheaper than Laporta anyways. Tyler Smith, I don't think I'm going to pay him. We have weaknesses, but I don't know if those weaknesses are worth some of the money we're seeing here. A little burped on you. Sorry about that. Excuse me. But, yeah, I mean, they're good. Maybe an offensive line. Maybe we'll go Tyler. I don't know. We'll have to look at our roster real quick. Some interesting names, but I don't think they really help us too much. Like Brandon Jones, maybe, but Robinson did go to star, so I kind of want to reward that. Is this not the same pick we had as last year, by the way? 24? Am I crazy? It's really sad if it is, but it's got a couple of random positions. 6'8", super slow, but 1 to 2 true talent. Very interesting. And then, of course, you have Woods, Emmett Woods, round 1, DT, 1 to 2. There's some potential here, some safeties. I don't know what to do. That's the problem. I'm not sure any of those position groups are something we need to solve right now. Like running backs on my list because, we don't have Najee anymore. Orleans Edwards, pretty damn good-looking player, actually. 40 time doesn't really reflect on that left side anymore, sadly. I think it was, good before, and then it's just not. I don't remember, but... what do you do? Because, DT, D-line, it's not really a problem anymore. IDL. Corners, there's some good corners. I just don't need them, right? We just paid Samuel. We're going to pay still, I imagine. It's not going to be very expensive, but at the same time, look at the value. Taylor Stoudemire and our corner 3 is being wasted. So it's like, what do you do? Trade off still? I don't think so, but maybe. You have Junior Bass. How good is he? C zone coverage? That doesn't scream amazing player to me, but I also don't want to trade down. I don't know. Emmanuel Abbott, B zone coverage. He looks better than Bass, so why would I go Bass if I have the choice between the two? I guess you trade down and load up on some O-line/D-line picks. We could go to Seattle here, get this 3rd round pick. I think they should have owed us a little bit more than that, and then maybe even still turn that into another 3rd round pick. Let's see. Let's first see if, Stoudemire is there. The value in the high second is worth it. I don't think he will be, but he could be. He very well could be, and he is not. Abbott's still there, which is very intriguing, but I might be able to get him still, even at 24. We trade pick 8 to the Bears for their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round picks, which are all pretty late, but still fair enough for me. They end up with Benedict. Good pick. 24. If Abbott's there, which I'm not really looking. I'm just going to go over it. If he's there, I'm going to take him, I think. Wait, Alden's still there? Josh Alden? Don't know the power move, but we know the block shed, and it's good. I just think you can go for that other DT if you really want him to. The guard's there. Scott's there. DT's there. Abbott's still there. Okay, I got to. Value's too good. Backup. Could be a starter for Derwin when he's gone. And he is hitting dev, so that's a great draft pick. The trade downs were worth it. Nice. Good stuff there. Do we take that lineman? Don't really even need a lineman, but at least get one, right? Get one lineman and call it a day. Emmett Woods is going to be that lineman. Bunch of good pass blocking ratings, almost guaranteed to be hidden. Yeah, the pass blockers, they're just almost always hidden dev. I don't know why. I just think the game maybe thinks that's what people are going to prioritize, and they want people to prioritize good players, otherwise they're going to be mad. I don't know, but it worked out for us. Linebacker, ever since going to Kobe Dean, we just haven't needed that position. So I'm going to continue to not go for that position. Jason Pike looks good to me. Depth, 38 true. Another hidden. There you go. All right, a little bit better than the last draft, let me tell you. As much as I talked about not needing a linebacker, We'll go for one here, I think. Oh, wait, day 3. One of them was really fast. Maybe both of them were. Actually, no, they were both slow. It was the middle linebacker that was fast. I think Sandridge is also slow as hell. I mean, he's not that slow, but he's also not that fast either. Fife, very fast, actually. Pretty damn fast, but don't really know if I need a tight end. Gadsden will be gone, but even he's a backup, so does it really matter? Maybe. Fife's, maybe. Cade Fife, is he the guy? He's pretty fast. I don't know. I'd rather probably go O-line at this point. Do we go Darren Samuels? He looks pretty good, right? Nah, whatever. I'll go Darren Samuels. We're going to regret this. 41 true. Normal dev. I don't regret it. But yeah, at the same time, I kind of expected bad things to happen. And then with this pick, we are just going to take Fife. I like the value of the tight end there. True talent, 8. Hidden dev, fast. Yeah, pretty good value. 24 in the 4th. If there's a running back, we'll take one. We have 2 4th-round picks here, which is nice. Maybe should have actually slow-simmed it. Hey, we got our picks. Not bad. Got 2 running backs, so in theory, I'd probably go with Brandon Saxton, actually, not Braxton. 6'6", fast, good elusiveness, probably normal dev. And, yeah, pretty much everything we said, spot on. We do want one of the running backs, though, so going to slow-sim it. Even though we're this close, you just never know. And I think both running backs are there. It's going to look at whoever has the higher ratings, I suppose. It's hard to tell, but it's looking like Williams, right? So Williams is going to be our guy. Robert Williams. Interesting name. Solid speed, 42 true. Normal dev. 90 speed's not bad at all. Solid? I thought that would be like 88, 89 with a solid, but fair enough. 5th round pick. We're deeper than last year's draft. I'll tell you that much. 5th round pick. What do we got? Nothing. I guess we look for a speedy wide receiver if there exists, which I don't think there was. I'm pretty sure they're pretty tame. Yeah, 4.34 is your best bet. Julius Gary. Sure. Why not? 181 true. Hidden dev. Our second not expected to get hidden dev wide receiver that we've drafted this rebuild. Not bad. I mean, he's going to be pretty much useless. He's wide receiver 4 or 5, but it's better not to, better than, having normal, I suppose. Junior Colson, we actually should trade him as well. I love the depth, but can't afford him. This is the last season for him anyways with us. Abbott, 75 overall. We're going to move him to strong safety. Since we're going to do that, might as well take a look at the dev while we're here. Should he be moving? Maybe he should just start at free safety. I don't know. Star dev, though. The other guy fits better as a strong safety, too, but I suppose Abbott's younger, so you would assume the youngest of the players would be this new strong safety. Give him time to develop. Emmett Woods, maybe he's our right guard in the future. I don't know, but we'll see what his dev is when it comes to it. Jason Pike, another guy that's not going to start right away, so it's kind of irrelevant to look at that dev. We'll see it when we see it. 80 finesse. Pretty good finesse move, obviously. Samuels, normal dev, but is a very high overall. 74 overall, not bad. He's a backup right now, so actually we have even more of a reason to trade off Junior Colson, as we have Samuels waiting to start anyways. So, we got plenty of backups now. Cade Fife, 76 overall, looks great. This is the kind of guy I would have liked to start over the guy we started, but our guy was X-Factor, so fair enough. Start dev for Fife. Worst dev, better player, right? That's the trade-off you're getting, and I think I would start the worst dev guy. That guy looks really elite. Separator. 99 juke move for Saxton. Add him to the list of at least 50-plus 6'6" guys we've seen that aren't very good, but man, can they break a tackle. They can slip off of tackles. Great juke move. It's so weird because it's like, well, 6'6" guy returning kicks now, huh? Because you're the highest overall kick returner we got. Julius Gary, not bad either. Good draft. Good draft. All right, season number 4. We're at 90 overall now. Our wide receivers should be pretty much 90 overall by the end of the season, or 88, 89 for Harris at least. Running back's great. Wide receiver 1's great. Quarterback 1's great. Tight end, we'll have to wait a little bit, but he obviously went up dramatically, tremendously, if you will, after 1 year. X-Factor can do that for you, believe it or not. Offensive line, obviously, in a really good spot. Better than I thought it was going to be honest. I didn't think Zion and Mackay would ever go up in overall. Not that they're amazing. 84 and 86 is very good, but it's not, 92, 96 like our tackles here, but very solid. And then Jones, not a great year from him, but hopefully it improves after his rookie year. And, we don't really have to change much on offense as long as we can afford it. And then defensively, not much going on here where you have to change it. Maybe edge, but At this point, year 4, I don't know how you can really improve from these two guys on the edge other than going crazy in free agency, overspending for some guys that might also play poorly. Going to do at least another season with the 3-4, as the 3-4 was okay throughout the year, but more importantly, in the playoffs, it was actually very good. The offense just couldn't score. Also, I didn't show it, but we also made a trade of Mr. Henley. Where the hell can we see trades? Trade Henley for like a 4th, 6th, 7th, I believe, and like some other linebacker, Lance Quinton. Not playing perfectly, and our contract situation's even worse, so things are not looking great. Let me tell you, 6-year, what was that, 57 from Omarion Hampton? That's not bad. You know what is bad, though? McConkey's contract, Tarheeb Still's contract, Tre Harris's contract. Oof. Okay, I can kind of see why McConkey goes into free agency quite a bit. Then I have Hampton to pay. Okay, so don't know where the money problems just decided to show up from, but they have shown up. Do not get it twisted. Ladd McConkey might be a free agent. I'd hate to do it, but this is crazy money. $30 million per year. I mean, I'll do a 2-year, maybe. Would he be down? Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to lose Still. I'd rather lose Asante, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. $6.2 million left. I'll try to bump McConkey slightly. And we just got to hope these, linemen, the guards specifically, need some contracts and we can just let them go. But I don't think they do. Maybe Mackay, but that's about it. That's why I want to do this 2-year for Ladd, which is just crazy unrealistic. Yeah, he's just not feeling it. Because I don't want to be locked into a contract we literally can't afford. Some crazy ones here. I'm seeing the Ravens and Chiefs looking like they're going to miss the playoffs. You might have let the Ravens in. We didn't, and they do. We go 10-7. We finish at the 6th seed. The Ravens miss at 8-9. The Chiefs miss at 9-8. And the Titans are in at 9-8. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Omarion Hampton, just worth every penny. He's been great. Us, beginning and end, not the best, but still making the playoffs, giving us a chance. Will it be a year 4 Super Bowl? I got to be honest with you. I don't think so. I'm not feeling it. Even with the scheme change on offense and defense, I am still far from feeling it. We did get McConkey in a 2-year 64, putting us at $4.2 million disposable pass rush. It's the 3-4 speaking, so if we do that 5th season, depending on if we have a Super Bowl here or not, Dicker was awful. Going to be moving to the 4-3. Going to a 4-3, I'm not having it. I'm just not having it. Jordan Love wins MVP, and we win best running back. That seems fair to me. That seems fair to me. Super fair. Either way, Texans, Chargers, kind of how this thing, quote-unquote, started. We've already had this matchup multiple times now. I don't know what's going on. They're our kryptonite, I guess. Can we just have one playoff win, please? Like, this is just kind of getting to be, honestly, sad. It's not even funny. It's just completely sad at this rate. Halftime, 14-7, 21-7, okay. I like the start. Got a field goal stop. Defense doing an okay job. Offense not so great. And just like that, brother. Hello? The choke is insane. 4th and 1, I agree. You have to kick that field goal, even though I personally just don't love it. And wow. We barely hold on. 21-7 in the 4th quarter. Almost choked it. What are we doing? What are we doing, and how can we stop that from happening again? I don't like this. Our center is garbage. Look at this bot. We need a new center, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was just random. Thought it was coincidence, maybe. I don't know. But the guy sucks. He genuinely sucks. Either way, we move on. Like I said, I don't like it. I don't feel it. Now we're taking on a team that's 10 times better in sim than the Texans. I mean, this is a Bills team that has won a lot of Super Bowls, and they defend really well. And it's in the snow. Fantastic. I mean, the way we're playing, I'd be shocked to win this game, let alone win a Super Bowl this season. I really don't know what it's going to take. Hopefully, go into a 4-3 if needed. Once again, I'm not gonna be super Debbie Downer. We might have a chance here. I don't love the way we're playing, but we still have a shot. I mean, yeah, we're up by 10. Hey, 31-14. Talking so it's over, boo-hoo us, oh, we're the Chargers, oh no. But here we are in the championship round, all right? So As much as I still don't know how the hell we're winning with how we're playing, where there's a will, there's a way. And we are moving on. And the Bengals are going to take a look at this one because they're like one of the only teams left. I guess the Bills are tough too, but one of the only teams left that were like kind of expected to be here, right? Like we had no Ravens, no Chiefs. They ended up beating the Titans by 6. A lot of points given up to the Titans. Broncos by 21, and then, I mean, hopefully they lose to us. You get the Rams on the other side with a chance to win. Hopefully it's not the Eagles if we're to win this game. We have them beat by 2 overalls. They have us beat by several wins. All right, going to the end of the game, the Bengals start off with 3. We get nothing. We get a stop what looks like a pick. We get 7. We get another stop. We had a chance to drive down there right before have a huge touchdown. 21-3. It's not over, though. The Bengals are not giving up. That touchdown could be it. Nope, the Bengals still not giving up. That touchdown could be it. Nope, the Bengals still not giving up. And they do try till the very final whistle, but we're able to hold on. The offense actually showing up for once and getting the 3-point victory with the field goal for the win. There's a chance, okay? I mean, we're in the Super Bowl. It's automatically, hey, even if we lose, even if, next season we just miss the playoffs, because we've been really teetering with the prospect of missing the playoffs multiple times now. Oh, they had Aiden, too, with Hendrickson still. We at least have a stub of a rebuild. We made the Super Bowl with the Chargers. Will that happen in the next 5 years in real life? I don't know. I mean, there's all the chance in the world when you have a good quarterback, but there's just something about those Chargers that just seem like they're not even in, like, Team A, which is, like, not even the teams that win the Super Bowl, let alone get there. So they're like B team, like, they're in the playoffs. They're like the Packers lately, as a Packers fan, it hurts to say, but, like, you'll believe they'll make the playoffs, but will you ever put money on them winning a Super Bowl? Probably not. Probably not. But here it is, the Eagles and the Chargers. Eagles have won a lot of Super Bowls in these rebuilds. For good reason. They're very good. Omarion Hampton is an X factor. Thought Harris with those touchdowns maybe would have gotten a superstar. Still not going to be the case. 98 trucking, 99 stiff arm. That is pretty insane, actually. Like, that is very rare. And then, a bunch of other stuff. Like, what was that break tackle? Excuse me? Was that? No. We saved it by holding. Was that 99? 99 break tackle, 99 carrying. Okay. Yeah, he's hard to tackle. He is quite good. Of course, nothing else changed on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, anything? Henley goes to superstar. That's it, I believe. I think everyone else is already what they are. Still, a couple of dev ups here and there, and more importantly, a Super Bowl berth. It's kind of weird to say berth when it's the final game, but you know what I mean. 94 overall to their 92. Can we win a Super Bowl? It's the damn Eagles, though. I don't know. Come on, year 4. It's the magical year. Oh, Lord. It's not a good start. 7-0. Might have come into this one. Their defense looks good, too. Our defense hasn't been bad. It's just their defense looks better. I mean, we've only scored 7. Okay, there's a field goal. Down by 11 now. Okay. Man, a field goal. Did we get the stop? We did get the stop. 8 minutes left. You need the touchdown and the 2-point. Do they get it? Sacked, so they don't get it. Down 2. 4th and 4. Okay, a field goal. Oh, my Lord. Oh, no. 4th and 8, you got to go for this, which they will. I don't like deep attack because you're basically completely reliant on that out, in my opinion, which, I mean, even here, we're kind of relying on it. Will we have the time to throw this? That's the question. That is an open man. Just possession it. There you go. Herbert's not playing well, but this field goal, or this lack of field goal, the 2-point deficit might have actually given the Eagles maybe more false hope. They're like, oh, we're up by, a score. I don't love this. The way the AI plays this situation, they just waste the clock all the way down. They've done it pretty much on their own. That 4th and 8, yes, we completed it for them, but outside of that, the AI's actually done a pretty good job here. Overthrown. Wow, I thought the feet were down. All right, it's got to kick the field goal and hold them out of the end zone. That freaking first down would have been massive. Do they hit it? They do. The Eagles driving down 41-yard line. I think they've done it, dude. I actually think they might have done it. I don't know what to do here. I mean, they have all day. They have all day to throw here. I can't believe this team just gave this up. For the love of God, somebody do something. Oh, they're going to run it. I didn't even think of that. Thank God we made a really good play, but this is still, like, not hard. Elliott, dude, this is the easiest field goal of all time. This is so easy. Block it. He shanked it! We won a Super Bowl, they won! There's no way! The amount of Chupacabra's franchise we played on this All Madden, these sliders, the field goals, they're almost always automatic. I mean, especially in these rebuilds, anything under a 60 is like the AI hits it every single time. And Jake Elliott, it's not quite a shank, it's wide right, but considering you're starting on the left hash and you still made it like 5 yards to the right, it's arguably a shank. I'm going to kneel this thing myself, damn it. Unbelievable. I thought it was over. I really thought that thing was over. And instead, again, unexpected. This was the most unexpected Super Bowl we've had in a while. Definitely not all rebuild, or all year for rebuilds, but in a while. The way we were playing, barely sneaking in the playoffs. Some of these score lines are just like, oh, I'm going to throw for a couple hundred yards, a touchdown and a pick. It's like, where's the dominance from a team that's supposed to be so good? Just wasn't there, but they won a Super Bowl in the same fashion. 22-21, 23-22? Was that the score? No, 22-21. Just, missing the 2-point conversion and not doing enough on offense, but just finding a way to put up just enough points, get just enough stops to win it all. I can't believe he missed that field goal. I cannot believe it. But yeah, like I said with Herbert, 300 yards, but only 1 touchdown. And on the ground, only 1 rushing touchdown, whereas Barkley had 3. So you kind of excuse Jalen Hurts' numbers a little bit. Receiving, McConkey was great. Finch, Harris, solid. I guess this year, and Mailata got beat 3 times by this terrible pass rush. Mike Hampton let him cook. Jalen Carter cooked us. Ballmer with a pick. And then, of course, we've seen it right there at the end. Elliott, no way in a million years I would have thought he would have missed that. I genuinely thought it was all over at that point. They're going for the field goal. I don't know why. 41-yard line. I'm like, yeah, maybe we can stop them. And then they got the 2 yards. I'm like, wait a minute, this is easy. Jake Elliott's got like 99 kick power. Like, what actually is his kick power? It's got to be like 99. Not that it mattered. It seemed like the accuracy was obviously the problem there. But 97 kick power, yeah, I mean, mid-80s accuracy. Superstar dev here. I don't know if that's something he did just get it from. Kicker of the year. Just missed the game winner field goal in the Super Bowl. I got to see these playoffs from him now. I have no choice. I got to see what his other playoff games look like. Was he hitting every single one and he just decided to miss it at the worst time possible? Hit all of them in that round. Don't even know what their record was, but they probably had a bye week, maybe. What about this round? Kicking. I mean, no field goals, but didn't miss an extra point. And then the wild card round they did. So the first playoff, let's see what his ranking. I'm trying to deep dive into Jake Elliott and see who paid off who. I want to see this. If he missed no field goals all year and it was there, that'd be insane. He missed 1 field goal. Did have an extra point blocked as well all year long. All the way up until the very final seconds of the entire season, he missed 1 field goal. And I don't even know where that was from. It's probably a long kick. It was from 50 plus. I mean, you're looking at that. I mean, it's a long field goal. You're probably not thinking guaranteed, but you're probably thinking, we got this in the bag. The guy's just been automatic all year long. Kicker of the year. And he chokes it. Wow, we got lucky. Anyways, let's take a look at this team. Enough yap. Rashawn Slater, 96 overall. Run block power, run block in general. Not the best, but obviously very good in general. What's his actual rating as a tackle? Number 2 overall. We obviously have to take a look at Joe Alt. I'm kind of curious to see Mekhi Becton as well. Going to be kind of raw at some things, but he's a high overall. 87 overall is cool. Finesse blocking definitely needs to work a little bit more for Joe Alt, but 6'9", 321, speedy, superstar dev. What a guy. I don't usually get hyped for tackles much, but 6'9" tackle, yeah, I'd be pretty hyped. And I apologize, Mekhi. Sure, your pass block finesse is garbage. Don't go back to tackle. But hold up. Let him cook. This is actually really good ratings. Another fun player to look at. 6'7", 320, 63. And don't take that out of context, all right? Another fun player to look at. Okay, I know where you're going to go with that. Stop it. Leon Haggins, very good catching anyways. Very good route running. Still a little lackluster in speed, but X Factor, super young. He's a guy. He's a player. McConkey, 95 overall, really good stuff. Kind of let him loose finally, and he just never looked back. Look at the route running. Catching's great. Speed's good. Release sucks. Guess maybe put him in the slot, but good player. Tre Harris on the other side, 88 overall. We said 88, 89 by the end of the year. No superstar, though. Still. Short route's a little iffy, but he is solid. 88 speed, once again, a little low, probably closer to 90, I would say, personally. And then Finch, 83 overall, slot. Somehow won Rookie of the Year. I don't know. What was his numbers again as a Rookie of the Year season? That was Rookie of the Year. Again, a lot of it is just teams not starting their rookies, but that's still crazy, right? Of course, we'll take a look at Herbert, and then I'm going to do Omarion Hampton later. I don't know why I said it like that, or said later. We're doing it right after this, but very solid. But yeah, Hampton kind of the star of the show, not even just because of him being the first-round pick, but just what a career he had with this team already. Obviously, he's got a Super Bowl, and then look at the numbers. They're good. Not a single season under 1,100 yards. Not a single season under 4 yards per carry. You add all the seasons up, and, not a season under, 15 touchdowns. Sort of, kind of, close-ish. Almost 15 touchdowns a year, at least rushing. A bunch of broken tackles. No fumbles yet in his career. Had a 91-yard run as well. Then you move on to the defensive side of the ball, where you got some safety, specifically Derwin, but we'll get to him in a second. Robinson, 6'1". Balanced player. Is he hybrid? That's the way I upgrade my safeties too, so it's a good one. I used to go full zone, but hybrid's definitely the best. You get a little bit of both, and if you develop well, you easily get to 90 for both. Derwin James is another hybrid, looking like a hybrid with the man in zone, but great hit power, super speedy for a tall guy. Solid safety who's still looking good at 31, 32 years old. And then, of course, it's funny because you look at guys like Derwin on the team and Asante and now Still and, the offensive players. Yeah, it makes sense why we had no money to pay people, but it worked out in the end. We were able to keep who we had to keep, and we would have been up against it, but I think we would have managed, especially with a restructure or two. Hampton, though, 88 power move. Never really got a chance to fully thrive as, again, 3-4s are just bad for every player in the league almost in the game. It's not great. Tui Pelotu, 87 overall. Looks great. He had a couple of okay seasons, but not that elite, elevated status level season. Not a single one of them. Nakobe Dean was a great signing. Of course, now that I'm looking more and more into these players, like we just said, I'm kind of surprised that we didn't run out of money sooner. I'm surprised we actually were able to keep the guys we had on our list this offseason. Or for this offseason, I suppose. Henley, 87 overall. Superstar dev now. We talked about that. Looks great. Coverage is solid. Very good stuff. And then, for the IDL, I feel like when you're looking at a 3-4, you're also looking at more players. Am I crazy? Webster, he's just a guy that kind of had a little bit of a long shot and then just Rookie of the Year, and you never look back. You're chilling. Then, of course, we have Frankie. Matt Franklin, 83 overall. They're using him as a run stopper, they are, which is obviously stunting his growth quite a bit. Very good player, but yeah, it's could have been better. Could have been better. Clayton, 80 overall. Big fella, block shedder. That's how I'd build him too. I'd still go speed rusher with any player that's supposed to be quote unquote a pass rusher. One of the front four men. I would definitely do that anyways, but I don't hate it either. Tarheeb still a little bit on the slower side. Good man. Great zone. Great press. Smart with that awareness and play rec. Good corner. And then, of course, we have the other side now with Samuel being the number 2. 89 overall. A little bit more balanced, but also missing the press comparatively. And then the final player, the corner 3, that really never even had much of a chance to start, but 85 overall, sitting as the slot the entire time is not bad either. 90 man, 78 zone, 82 press, 94 speed. The guy's good. What about Cameron Dicker? Obviously didn't have a great season this last season, but been kind of following him a little bit. He's been kind of cooking for us outside of this last season, of course. But anyways, that's going to be it for this one. If you guys did enjoy, let me know in the comment section below. Maybe leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PKR Plays for Madden content. Don't know if I'm uploading this on Saturday or Sunday. I'm thinking this is a Sunday. I think it's a Sunday. and we're going to just push the members rebuild to Saturday. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure just yet. It's going to be a last-second decision. Like, I have to make the decision very soon. But let me know what team you'd like to see next. Is once again, we're basically down to the last kind of teams, realistically. So, I mean, the teams that I for sure want to do, well, I don't even know if for sure is the right word either, but teams I think I want to do: Vikings, Bengals, Ravens, Lions, maybe Commanders, Bills, Eagles, Chiefs. I mean, just really all the teams that don't need a rebuild, but at the same time, you guys are all fans of those teams, right? There's at least a few of you that like all those guys, and it's be cool to do all 32, right? I wouldn't want people not to do Packers content because, they make the playoffs almost every year. Even if they're not going to win it all, you still expect them to be decent, right? Which is why I can't even do a freaking franchise of them anymore. But yeah, let me know what teams you want to see next, challenge rebuild ideas, whatever. And that's pretty much going to be it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, maybe Chupacabras tomorrow. Once again, this depends if this is a Sunday upload or not. If it's a Saturday upload, for sure tomorrow. But if it's a Sunday, then maybe. I don't know. But yeah, see ya. And of course, shout out to the members of the channel, especially brand new members, Caden Fan and Jason Joyce. Also, ARZ Card for Life rejoining as a member. Appreciate you all a ton. Of course, I would imagine, like I said, I plan that the members only rebuild would have been a day early instead of the 15th. And check that out if you haven't already. Or if I did flip it, look for it tomorrow. One of the two, 15th or 14th. It's one of the days. And we, of course, have some other members rebuilds that maybe you missed, or members content in general that maybe you missed beforehand. Regardless, though, member or not, appreciate y'all for watching, and see ya.